This is a list of records of the FIFA World Cup and its qualification matches. Teams, tournament position. Teams having equal quantities in the tables below are ordered by the tournament the quantity was attained in. If the quantity was attained by more than one team in the same tournament, these teams are ordered alphabetically. Most titles won, bold, host. Germany won as West Germany, most second-place finishes, most finals reached, most third-place finishes, most finishes in the top three, most fourth-place finishes, most third Euro fourth-place finishes, most finishes in the top four. For a detailed list of top four appearances, see FIFA World Cup results, most fifth Euro eighth-place finishes, most finishes in the top 8, most finishes in the top 10, most top 10, most ninth Euro 16th place finishes, most finishes in the top 16, most 17th Euro 32nd place finishes, most 25th Euro 32nd place finishes, most World Cup appearances. For a detailed list, see national team appearances in the FIFA World Cup, consecutive, most consecutive championships, most consecutive second-place finishes, 2, a Netherlands, a Germany, most consecutive finishes in the top 2, most consecutive third-place finishes, 2, a Germany, most consecutive finishes in the top 3, most consecutive fourth-place finishes. No team has finished fourth in 2 consecutive tournaments. Most consecutive third Euro fourth-place finishes, 2, a Brazil, a France, a Germany, a Sweden. Most consecutive finishes in the top 4, either Germany or Brazil has finished in the top 4 of every World Cup except 1930. Most consecutive fifth Euro eighth-place finishes, 4, a Switzerland, most consecutive finishes in the top 8, most consecutive ninth Euro 16th-place finishes, 6, a Mexico, most consecutive finishes in the top 16, 20, a Brazil, most consecutive 17th Euro 32nd place finishes, 4, a South Korea, most consecutive 25th Euro 32nd place finishes, 3, a Saudi Arabia, most consecutive appearances in the finals, 20, a Brazil, biggest improvement in position in consecutive tournaments, declined to participate, then champion, an Italy, a Uruguay, banned from participating, then champion, a West Germany. Failed to qualify, then champion, a France. Gaps, longest gap between successive titles, 44 years, an Italy, longest gap between successive appearances in the top 2, 48 years, an Argentina, longest gap between successive appearances in the top 3, 48 years, an Argentina, longest gap between successive appearances in the top 4, 60 years, a Spain, longest gap between successive appearances in the top 8, 72 years, a United States, longest gap between successive appearances in the top 16, 60 years, a Norway, longest gap between successive appearances in the finals, 56 years, an Egypt. A Norway, host team, best finish by host team, champion, a Uruguay, an Italy, a England, a West Germany, an Argentina, a France, worst finish by host team, 17th Euro 32nd position, a South Africa, defending champion, best finish by defending champion, champion, an Italy, a Brazil, worst finish by defending champion, did not participate, a Uruguay, worst finish by defending champion which took part in subsequent finals, 17th Euro 32nd of France, an Italy, a Spain, 9th Euro 16th of Brazil, 5th Euro 13th of Italy. All first-round exits, no quarter-finals in 1950, no round of 16 in 1966. Debuting teams, best finish by a debuting team, champion, a Uruguay, an Italy, a West Germany, best finish by a debuting team after 1954, third place, a Portugal, a Croatia, other, most finishes in the top 2 without ever being champion, 3, a Netherlands, most finishes in the top 4 without ever being champion, 5, a Netherlands, most finishes in the top 8 without ever being champion, 7, a Yugoslavia, most finishes in the top 16 without ever being champion, 15, a Mexico, most appearances without ever being champion, 15, a Mexico, most finishes in the top 4 without ever finishing in the top 2, 2, an Austria, a Yugoslavia, a Poland, a Portugal, most finishes in the top 8 without ever finishing in the top 2, 7, a Yugoslavia, most finishes in the top 16 without ever finishing in the top 2, 15, a Mexico, most appearances without ever finishing in the top 2, 15, a Mexico, most finishes in the top 8 without ever finishing in the top 4, 4, a Switzerland, most finishes in the top 16 without ever finishing in the top 4, 15, a Mexico, most appearances without ever finishing in the top 4, 15, a Mexico, most finishes in the top 16 without ever finishing in the top 8, 4, a Scotland, most appearances without ever finishing in the top 8, 8, a Scotland, most appearances without ever finishing in the top 16, 3, a South Africa, a Ivory Coast, a Honduras, a Russia, most played with tournament champion, 6, a Germany, most played with tournament champion or runners-up, 11, a Brazil, most consecutive match between two teams, 5, an Argentina versus an Italy, most played final, 3, an Argentina versus a Germany, most played third-place match, 2, a Germany versus a Uruguay, players, tournament position, qualification, at least one appearance in each finals tournament, most championships, most finishes in the top 2, most finishes in the top 3, most finishes in the top 4, most finishes in the top 8, coaches, tournament position, most championships, 2, Vittorio Pozzo Italy, most finishes in the top 2, 2, Vittorio Pozzo Italy. Helmut Paragraph N West Germany. Carlos Bilardo Argentina. Franz Beckenbauer West Germany. Mario Zagallo Brazil, most finishes in the top 3, 3, Helmut Paragraph N West Germany, most finishes in the top 4, 3, Helmut Paragraph N West Germany. Mario Zagallo Brazil. Luis Felipe Scolari Brazil, a Portugal, most finishes in the top 8, 4, Helmut Paragraph N West Germany, teams, tournament progress, all time, most appearances in the first round, 20, a Brazil, progressed from the first round the most times, 17, a Germany, a Brazil, most appearances, always progressing from the first round, 3, a Republic of Ireland, most appearances, never progressing from the first round, 8, a Scotland, most appearances, never winning a match, 3, a Bolivia, a Honduras, consecutive, most consecutive appearances in the first round, 20, a Brazil, most consecutive progressions from the first round, 16, a Germany, most consecutive eliminations from the first round, 5, a Mexico, a Scotland, host team eliminated in the first round, a South Africa, defending champion eliminated in the first round, an Italy, a Brazil, a France, a Spain, defending champion eliminated after the fewest number of games, 2, an Italy, a Spain, teams, matches played and goals scored, all time, most matches played, 105, a Germany, fewest matches played, 1, a Indonesia, most wins, 70, a Brazil, most losses, 25, a Mexico, most draws, 21, an Italy, most matches played without a win or a draw, 6, an El Salvador, most matches played without a win, 9, a Honduras, most matches played until first win, 17, a Bulgaria, most goals scored, 223, a Germany, most goals conceded, 121, a Germany, fewest goals scored, 0, a Canada, a China Prairie, a Indonesia, a Trinidad and Tobago, a Dr. Congo. Most matches played without scoring a goal, 5, a Bolivia, a Honduras, a Algeria, most matches played always conceding a goal, 6, an El Salvador, highest average of goals scored per match, 2.72, a Hungary, fewest number of goals conceded, 2, an Angola, lowest average of goals conceded per match, 0.67, an Angola, highest average of goals conceded per match, 6, a Indonesia, lowest average of goals both scored and conceded per match, 1, a Angola, highest average of goals both scored and conceded per match, 6, a Indonesia, most meetings between two teams. 7 times, a Brazil versus a Sweden, a Germany versus a Serbia, a Germany versus Argentina. In 1958 and 1990 all 3 pairings occurred, most meetings between 2 teams, final match, 3 times, an Argentina versus a Germany, most tournaments unbeaten, 7, a Brazil, most tournaments eliminated without having lost a match, 3, a England, most tournaments eliminated without having won a match, 6, a Mexico, a Bulgaria, a South Korea, in one tournament, most wins, 7, a Brazil, 2002, fewest wins, champions, 3, a Uruguay, 1950, most matches not won, champions, 3, an Italy, 1982, most wins by non-champion, 6, a Netherlands, 2010, most matches not won, 5, a Yugoslavia 1974, an Argentina 1974, a West Germany 1978, a Belgium 1986, a Republic of Ireland 1990, an Argentina 1990. Most matches not won in regulation time, 6, a Belgium, 1986 and a England, 1990. Most matches played without scoring a goal, 3, a Canada, a China Prairie, a Trinidad and Tobago, a Dr. Congo. Most losses, 3, most losses, champions, 1, a West Germany, 1954-1974. An Argentina, 1978. A Spain, 2010, most victories over former World Cup winning teams, 3, a Brazil, an Italy, an Argentina, a Germany. Most victories over former World Cup winning teams, from never-winning teams, 2, a Yugoslavia, a Netherlands, a Poland, a Denmark, a Bulgaria, a Denmark, a Netherlands, a Costa Rica, all matches won without extra time, replays, penalty shootouts or playoffs, a Uruguay 1930, a Brazil 1970 and a Brazil 2002. Highest finish without winning a match, last 8 a Republic of Ireland, highest finish, winning at most one match, 4th a Sweden, most goals scored, 27, a Hungary, 1954, fewest goals conceded, 0, a Switzerland, 2006, most goals conceded, 16, a South Korea, 1954, most minutes without conceding a goal, 517 minutes, an Italy, 1990, highest goal difference, plus 17, a Hungary, 1954, highest goal difference, champions, plus 14, a Brazil, 2002, lowest goal difference, minus 16, a South Korea, 1954, lowest goal difference, champions, plus 6, an Italy, 1982, a Spain, 2010, highest average of goals scored per match, 5.40, a Hungary, 1954, highest average goal difference per match, plus 3.2, a Hungary, 1954, highest average goal difference per match, champions, plus 3.0, a Uruguay, 1930, most goals scored, champions, 25, a West Germany, 1954, fewest goals scored, champions, 8, a Spain, 2010, fewest goals scored, finalists, 5, an Argentina, 1990, fewest goals conceded, champions, 2, a France, 1998, a Italy, 2006, a Spain, 2010, most goals conceded, champions, 14, a West Germany, 1954, lowest average of goals scored per match, champions, 1.14, a Spain, 2010, most unbeaten teams, 5, 2006, fewest unbeaten teams, 0, 1954, most matches to qualify for World Cup finals, 20, a Uruguay, largest distance travelled in a single qualifying campaign, 55,000 miles, a New Zealand, teams, most consecutive goal scorers, consecutive top goal scorers scoring at least 5 goals, consecutive top goal scorers scoring at least 4 goals, consecutive top goal scorers scoring at least 3 goals, consecutive top goal scorers scoring at least 2 goals, all-time table. All figures as of June 11, 2014, teams, overall performance, in one tournament, all time. Best overall performance, one of the wins was after extra time. Worst overall performance, because a large number of teams have had lost all their matches in a World Cup, only teams with a goal difference match at per mil currency -4.0 are included. Host team, best overall performance, worst overall performance, the following teams had a negative overall record as hosts. Defending champion, best overall performance, one of the wins was after extra time. Worst overall performance, champion, best overall performance, see all-time best overall performance above. Worst overall performance, non-champion, best overall performance, worst overall performance, see all-time worst overall performance above. Streaks, most consecutive successful qualification attempts, 20, Brazil. Most consecutive failed qualification attempts, 19, Luxembourg. Most consecutive wins, 11, Brazil, from 2-1 Turkey to 3-0 Ghana. Most consecutive matches without a loss, 13, Brazil, from 3-0 Austria to 2-0 Bulgaria. Most consecutive losses, 9, Mexico, from 1-4 France to 0-3 Sweden. Most consecutive matches without a win, 17, Bulgaria, from 0-1 Argentina to 0-3 Nigeria. Most consecutive draws, 5, Belgium, from 0-0 Netherlands to 1-1 Tunisia. Most consecutive matches without a draw, 16, Portugal, from 3-1 Hungary to 1-0 Netherlands. Most consecutive matches scoring at least one goal, 18, Brazil, Germany. Most consecutive matches scoring at least 2 goals, 11, Uruguay. Most consecutive matches scoring at least 3/4 goals, 4, Uruguay, Hungary. Also Portugal, West Germany, Brazil. Most consecutive matches scoring at least 6/8 goals, 2, Hungary. Also Brazil. Most consecutive matches without scoring a goal, 5, Bolivia, Algeria, Honduras. Most consecutive matches without conceding a goal, 5, Italy, Switzerland. Most consecutive minutes without conceding a goal, 559, Switzerland. Most consecutive matches conceding at least one goal, 22, Switzerland. Most consecutive matches conceding at least 2 goals, 9, Mexico. Most consecutive matches conceding at least 3 goals, 5, Mexico. Most consecutive matches conceding at least 4 goals, 3, Bolivia, Mexico. Most consecutive matches conceding at least 5/6/7 goals, 2, South Korea. Also United States. Also Austria. Individual, for records regarding goal scoring, see goal scoring. For records regarding goalkeeping, see goalkeeping. Most tournaments played, 5, Antonio Carbajal, Letham H. The currency US, Gianluigi Buffon. See here for a list of players who have appeared in multiple FIFA World Cups. Most championships, 3, Pele copyright and 1970. See here for a list of players who have won multiple FIFA World Cups. Most appearances in All-Star Team, 3, Franz Beckenbauer. Most matches played, finals, 25, Letham H. The currency US. Most minutes played, finals, 2,217 minutes, Paolo Maldini. Most matches played, qualifying, 68, Iván Hurtado. Most matches won, 16, Cafu, Miroslav Klose. Most appearances in a World Cup final, 3, Cafu. Most finals played with different teams, 2, Luis Monti Argentina, and Italy. Most appearances as captain, 16, Diego Maradona. Most tournaments as captain, 4, Rafael Marquez. Most appearances as substitute, 11, Dena Lson. Youngest player, 17 years and 41 days, Norman Whiteside. Youngest player, final, 17 years and 249 days, Peel. Youngest player, qualifying match, 13 years and 310 days, Souleymane Mummam. Youngest captain, 21 years and 109 days, Tony Meola. Oldest player, 43 years and 3 days, Farid Mondragocubden. Oldest player, final, 40 years and 133 days, Dino Zoff. Oldest player, qualifying match, 46 years and 180 days, MacDonald Taylor. Senior oldest captain, 40 years and 292 days, Peter Shilton. Oldest player to debut in a World Cup Finals tournament, 39 years and 321 days, David James. Largest age difference on the same team, 24 years and 42 days, 1994, a Cameroon. Largest age difference on a champion team, 21 years and 297 days, 1982, an Italy. Longest period between World Cup Finals appearances as a player, 16 years, Farid Mondragocubden. Longest span of World Cup Finals appearances as a player, 20 years, Farid Mondragocubden. Longest period between World Cup Finals appearances, overall, 44 years, Tim. Fastest sprint recorded, finals, 32.98 km/h, Darajo SRNA. Goal scoring, individual, most goals scored, overall finals, 16, Miroslav Klose. For a detailed list of the overall top goal scorers, see World Cup overall top goal scorers, most goals scored, overall qualifying, 35, Ali Daei. Most goals scored in a tournament, 13, Just Fontaine. For a detailed list of top goal scorers in each tournament, see Golden Boot. Most goals scored in a match, 5, Oleg Salenko. Most goals scored in a lost match, 4, Ernest Limowski. Most goals scored in a qualifying match, 13, Archie Thompson. Most goals scored in a final match, 3, Jeff Hurst. Most goals scored in all final matches, 3, Vava, Pella Copyright, Jeff Hurst, and Zinedine Zidane. Most matches with at least one goal, 11, Ronaldo, Miroslav Klose. Most consecutive matches with at least one goal, 6, Just Fontaine and Jairzinho. Most matches with at least 2 goals, 4, Zander Coxis, Just Fontaine, Ronaldo and Miroslav Klose. Most consecutive matches with at least 2 goals, 4, Zander Coxis. Most hat-tricks, 2, Zander Coxis, Just Fontaine, Gerdmar 1/4, and Gabriel Batistuta. Most consecutive hat-tricks, 2, Zander Coxis and Gerdmar 1/4. Fastest hat-trick and most goals scored by a substitute in a match, 8 minutes, Laoszla Cubed Kiss, scored at 69 feet, 72 feet, and 76 feet against El Salvador, 1982. Olympic goals scored in a World Cup, 1, Marcos Col. Hat-tricks from the penalty spot, never occurred in the final tournament. 4 times in qualification, Kibalatar 1/4 Ilmaz. Henrik Larsson. Ronaldo, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Scoring in every match of a team in a World Cup, Gyar Paragraph Gyzar Rossi, 5 goals in 4 matches, Arneberg 3 goals in 3 matches, Alcides Gigia, 4 goals in 4 matches, Just Fontaine, 13 goals in 6 matches, Omar Arest Kabata, 3 goals in 3 matches, Ferenc Bene, 4 goals in 4 matches, Jairzinho 7 goals in 6 matches, Teofilo Cubillas, 5 goals in 4 matches, James Rodriguez, 6 goals in 5 matches. Scoring in every match of a World Cup appeared, Guillermo Estebal, 8 goals in 4 matches, Leonidas da Silva, 7 goals in 4 matches, Ernst Limowski, 4 goals in 1 matches, most tournaments with scoring on each appearance, 2, Gyar Paragraph Gyzar Rossi, and Leonidas da Silva. Most tournaments with at least 1 goal, 4, Pella Copyright, Ursula and Miroslav Klose. Most tournaments with at least 2 goals, 4, Ursula and Miroslav Klose. Most tournaments with at least 3 goals, 3, Jar 1/4 Gen Klinsmann, Ronaldo and Miroslav Klose. Most tournaments with at least 4 goals, 3, Miroslav Klose. Most tournaments with at least 5 goals, 2, T-cubed Philo-Cubillas, Miroslav Klose and Thomas Ma 1/4 layer. Longest period between a player's first and last goals, 12 years, Pella copyright, Ursula, Diego Maradona, Michael Laudrup, Henrik Larsson, Sami Al-Jabbar, Quarter copyright Mok Blanco, Miroslav Klose and Ivica Olja. Longest period between one goal and another, 12 years, Michael Laudrup and Ivica Olja. Youngest goal scorer, 17 years and 239 days, Pella copyright. Youngest hat-trick scorer, 17 years and 244 days, Pella copyright. Youngest goal scorer, final, 17 years and 249 days, Pella copyright. Oldest goal scorer, 42 years and 39 days, Roger Milla. Oldest hat-trick scorer, 33 years and 159 days, Torkella. Oldest goal scorer, final, 35 years, 263 days, Nils Liedholm. Most penalties scored, 4, user copyright bio, Rob Rents and Brinker Euro, both records for one tournament a Euro, and Gabriel Batistuta. Most penalties missed, 2, Asamoah Gyan. Fastest goal from kickoff, 10.89 seconds, Hakan Angstrom a 1/4 car 1/4 R. For a detailed list of the fastest goals from kickoff, see below. Fastest goal by a substitute, 16 seconds, Eb Sand. Fastest goal in a final, 90 seconds, Johan Neeskens. Fastest goal in a qualifying match, 8 seconds, David Gualtieri. Fastest brace scored, 69 seconds, Tony Cruz. Latest goal from kickoff, 121st minute, Alessandro Del Piero and Abel Momenjaba. Latest goal from kickoff in a final, 120th minute, Jeff Hurst. Latest goal from kickoff, with no goals scored between, 119th minute, David Platt and Fabio Grosso. Latest goal from kickoff in a final, with no goals scored between, 116th minute, Andra copyright S. Iniesta. Team, biggest margin of victory, 9, a Hungary vs a South Korea, 1954. A Yugoslavia vs a Zaire, 1974. A Hungary vs El Salvador, 1982. Biggest margin of victory, qualifying match, 31, Australia vs American Samoa, April 11, 2001, 2002 OFC Group 1. Most goals scored in a match, one team, 10, a Hungary vs El Salvador, 1982. Most goals scored in a match, both teams, 12, a Austria vs A Switzerland, 1954. Highest scoring draw, 4 a Euro 4, a England vs a Belgium, 1954, and a Soviet Union vs a Colombia, 1962. Largest deficit overcome in a win, 3 goals, an Austria, 1954 and a Portugal, 1966. Largest deficit overcome in a draw, 3 goals, a Colombia, 1962 and a Uruguay, 2002. Most goals scored in extra time, both teams, 5, an Italy vs a West Germany, 1970. Most goals scored in a semi-final, one team, 7, a Germany, 2014. Most goals scored in a semi-final, both teams, 8, a Germany vs a Brazil, 2014. Most goals scored in a final, one team, 5, a Brazil, 1958. Most goals scored in a final, both teams, 7, a Brazil vs a Sweden, 1958. Fewest goals scored in a final, both teams, 0, a Brazil vs Italy, 1994. Biggest margin of victory in a final, 3, a France vs a Brazil 1998 and a Brazil vs Italy, 1970 and a Brazil vs a Sweden, 1958. Largest deficit overcome in a win in a final, 2, a West Germany, 1954. Most goals in a tournament, one team, 27, a Hungary, 1954. Most individual goal scorers for one team, one match, 7, a Yugoslavia, vs a Zaire, 1974. Most individual goal scorers for one team, one tournament, 10, a France, 1982 and Italy, 2006. Largest goal difference improvement in consecutive matches, +10, a Turkey a Euro lost 1 a Euro 4 to a West Germany, then won 7 a Euro 0 over a South Korea. And a West Germany a Euro lost 3 a Euro 8 to a Hungary, then won 7 a Euro 2 over a Turkey. Largest goal difference worsening in consecutive matches, -12, a Sweden a Euro 1 8 to Euro 0 over a Cuba, then lost 1 a Euro 5 to a Hungary. A Turkey a Euro 1 7 a Euro 0 over a South Korea, then lost 2 a Euro 7 to a West Germany. A Hungary a Euro 1 10 a Euro 1 over a El Salvador, then lost 1 a Euro 4 to a Argentina. Tournament, most goals scored in a tournament, 171 goals, 1998. Fewest goals scored in a tournament, 70 goals, 1930 and 1934. Most goals per match in a tournament, 5.38 goals per match, 1954. Fewest goals per match in a tournament, 2.21 goals per match, 1990. Most scorers in a tournament, 119, 2014. Most players scoring at least 2 goals in a tournament, 37, 1998. Most players scoring at least 3 goals in a tournament, 21, 1954. Most players scoring at least 4 goals in a tournament, 11, 1954. Most players scoring at least 5 goals in a tournament, 6, 1994. A Euro Hristo Stoichkov, Oleg Salenko, Romario, Jarwan Quartera Gen Klinsmann, Roberto Baggio and Kenneth Anderson. Most players scoring at least 6 goals in a tournament, 4, 1954. A Euro Zander Coxis, Eric Probst, Max Moloch and Joseph Harwan Quarter GI. Most players scoring at least 7 goals in a tournament, 2, 1970. A Euro Gerdmar 1 Quarter Le and Jaizinu. Own goals, most own goals in a tournament, 6 goals, 1998. Most own goals in a match, 2, a United States, versus a Portugal, 2002. Scoring for both teams in the same match, Ernie Brantz. Top scoring teams by tournament, 1930, an Argentina, 18 goals, 1934, an Italy, 12 goals, 1938, a Hungary, 15 goals, 1950, a Brazil, 22 goals, 1954, a Hungary, 27 goals, 1958, a France, 23 goals, 1962, a Brazil, 14 goals, 1966, a Portugal, 17 goals, 1970, a Brazil, 19 goals, 1974, a Poland, 16 goals, 1978, an Argentina and a Netherlands, 15 goals each, 1982, a France, 16 goals, 1986, an Argentina, 14 goals. 1990, a West Germany, 15 goals, 1994, a Sweden, 15 goals, 1998, a France, 15 goals, 2002, a Brazil, 18 goals, 2006, a Germany, 14 goals, 2010, a Germany, 16 goals, 2014, a Germany, 17 goals. Teams listed in bold won the tournament. Fewer than half of all World Cup tournaments have been won by the highest scoring team. Total and average goals, most and fewest in bold. 2014 stats as of July 9/full time of match 62. Goalkeeping, most clean sheets, 10, Peter Shilton and Fabian Barthes. Most consecutive minutes without conceding a goal, 517 minutes, Walter Zenga. Most consecutive minutes without conceding a goal, 921 minutes, Richard Wilson. Most goals conceded, 25, Antonio Carbajal and Mohamed El Dele. Most goals conceded, 1 tournament, 16, Hong Duke-young. Most goals conceded, 1 match, 10, Luis Guevara Moura, versus a Hungary, 1982. Most shots saved, 1 match, 16, Tim Howard, versus a Belgium, 2014. Fewest goals conceded, 1 tournament, champions, 2, Fabian Barthes, Gianluigi Buffon and Iker Casillas. Fewest goals conceded, 1 tournament, 0, Pascal Zubaba 1 quarter layer. Most penalties saved, 1 tournament, 2, Jan Tomaszewski, 1974 and Brad Friedel, 2002. Fewest goals conceded, penalty shootouts, 1 match, 0, Oleksandr Shovovsky, vs AS Switzerland, 2006. Coaching, most matches coached, 25, Helmut Schaparagraph N. Most matches won, 16, Helmut Schaparagraph N. Most championships, 2, Vittorio Pozzo. Note that 5 coaches have reached the final on 2 occasions, Vittorio Pozzo, Helmut Schaparagraph N, Mario Zagallo, Franz Beckenbauer and Carlos Bilardo. Only Vittorio Pozzo won both. Most tournaments, 6, Carlos Alberto Pereira. Most nations coached, 5, Bora Milutinovic and Carlos Alberto Pereira. Most consecutive tournaments with same team, 4, Walter Winterbottom. Helmut Schaparagraph N omitting the 1950 competition from which Germany was banned, and Lajos Barotti took Hungary to 4 tournaments, omitting the 1970 and 1974 competition, when Hungary failed to qualify. Most consecutive wins, 11, Luis Felipe Scolari. Most consecutive matches without a loss, 12, Luis Felipe Scolari. Youngest coach, 27 years and 267 days, Juan Jose Copyright Tramutola. Oldest coach, 71 years and 317 days, Otto Reagel. Quickest substitution made, 4th minute, Ser Maldini, Giuseppe Bergami for Alessandro Nesta. Sven Gar Paragraph Ran Eriksson, Peter Crouch for Michael Owen. Most championship wins as player and head coach, 3, Mario Zagallo, Brazil. Most final appearances as player and head coach, 5, Mario Zagallo, Brazil. Franz Beckenbauer, West Germany. Bertie Vogts, West Germany. Henri Michel, France, 1986, 1994, 1998 and 2006 as coach, Jawan Quarter Gen Klinsmann, Germany. Hong Myung-bo, South Korea and Mark Wilmots, Belgium, won tournaments as both player and head coach, Mario Zagallo, Brazil. Franz Beckenbauer, West Germany. Most final match appearances as player and head coach, 4, Mario Zagallo, Brazil. Franz Beckenbauer, West Germany, won tournaments as both captain and head coach, Franz Beckenbauer, West Germany, lost tournaments as both player and head coach, Franz Beckenbauer, West Germany. First person ever to have had both roles a Euro as player and coach, Milorad Osnijevic, was the first person ever to have had both roles a Euro as player for Yugoslavia in 1930 and later as coach in 1950. Coaches who have made it to the semi-finals with 2 different teams, Guus Hiddink and Luis Felipe Scolari are the only 2 coaches to have made it to the semi-finals with 2 different teams. Dutchman Hiddink did so with the Netherlands in 1998 and Korea Republic in 2002. Scolari Euro unregistered trademark S record was with Brazil in 2002 and Portugal in 2006. A foreign coach has never managed a World Cup winning team. The nearest is West Germany, whose coach in 1974, Helmut Schaparagraph N, was born in what became East Germany. Note that best performance of a team with a foreign trainer, the best any team has done with a foreign trainer was 2nd place, reached by Sweden in 1958 with Englishman George Rayner, and the Netherlands in 1978 with Ernst Happel of Austria, whose co-trainer was Dutchman Jan Zwart Krui. Refereeing, most tournaments, 3 Euro John Langinis, Ivan Eklind, Benjamin Griffiths, Arthur Ellis, Istvan Solt, Juan Gardizabal, Arturo Yamasaki Maldonado, Kurt Chencha, Ramakub Den Baratu, Nicolo Rainey, Eric Fredriksson, Jamal El-Sharif, Joel Quinea, Ali Mohamed Busem, Oscar Ruiz, Carlos Eugenio Simon, Marco Antonio Rodriguez. Most matches refereed, overall, 9 Euro Revshan Ermatov. Most matches refereed, 1 tournament, 5 Euro Benito Arcundia, Horatio Elizondo and Revshan Ermatov. Youngest referee, 24 years and 193 days. A Euro Juan Gardiazabal, oldest referee, 53 years and 236 days. A Euro George Reader, discipline. Note: there are no official records for cautions issued in tournaments before the introduction of yellow cards in 1970. Fastest caution, first minute, Giampiero Marini, versus Poland, 1982. Sergei Gorlukovic, versus Sweden, 1994. Fastest sending off, 56 seconds, Jose Copyright Batista, versus Scotland, 1986. Fastest sending off, qualification, 37 seconds, Rashid Al Houthi, versus Iran, 2014 FIFA World Cup qualification. Latest caution, during penalty shootout, Redinu, versus France, 1986. Carlos Rowe, versus England, 1998. Latest sending off, after penalty shootout, Lendroke for copyright, versus Germany, 2006. Sent off from the bench, Claudio Caniggia, versus Sweden, 2002. Most cards, 6, Zinedine Zidane and Cafu. Most cautions, 6, Cafu. Most sendings off, 2, Rigobertsson and Zinedine Zidane. Most sendings off, 28, 2006. Most sendings off, 11, Brazil. Most sendings off, 4, Portugal versus Netherlands, 2006. Most sendings off, 2, Pedro Monzacuden and Gustavo Dizzotti, versus West Germany, 1990. Most cautions, 345, 2006. Most cautions, 88, Argentina. Most cautions, 9, Portugal versus Netherlands, 2006 and Netherlands versus Spain, 2010. Most cautions, 16, Cameroon versus Germany, 2002 and Portugal versus Netherlands, 2006. Most cautions, 3 Josip Angstrom Imunia, versus Australia, 2006. Most cautions, 14, Netherlands versus Spain, 2010. Most suspensions, 2, Andra copyright Karnabaik. Longest suspension, 15 months, Diego Maradona, versus Nigeria, 1994. Longest suspension, 9 matches, Luis Suarez, versus Italy, 2014, for biting Giorgio Chiellini. 1 year, Samir Sheikh Mahmoud, versus Belgium, 1986, for spitting at the referee. Longest suspension, qualifying, life, Roberto Rojas, versus Brazil, 1989, for feigning injury from a firecracker, leading to a match being abandoned. Host records, most times hosted, best performance by host, champions, 6 times, Uruguay 1930, Italy 1934, England 1966, West Germany 1974, Argentina 1978, France 1998. Worst performance by host, South Africa in 2010 became the first host to be eliminated in the first round. 2 other hosts, United States in 1994 and Spain in 1982, both reached the second round but finished with a worse overall Euro record than South Africa's, 1-1. However, South Africa had a worse goal difference of 2 and both the United States and Spain finished the first round with a goal difference of 0. The largest defeat suffered by a host is Brazil 1-7 Germany in 2014. Attendance, highest attendance in a match, 199,854, Uruguay v Brazil, July 16, 1950, Maracanã Stadium, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, World Cup 1950. Highest attendance in a final, 199,854, Uruguay v Brazil, July 16, 1950, Maracanã Stadium, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, World Cup 1950. Lowest attendance in a match, 300, Romania vs Peru, July 14, 1930, Estadio Pocitos, Montevideo, Uruguay, World Cup 1930. Highest attendance in a qualifying match, 162,764, Brazil vs Colombia, March 9, 1977, Maracanã Stadium, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 1978. CONMEBOL Group 1. Lowest attendance in a qualifying match, 0. Costa Rica vs Panama, March 26, 2005, Estadio Ricardo Saprissa, San Juan de Tibas, San Jose. Copyright, Costa Rica, 2006. CONCACAF Final Group. Highest average of attendance per match, 68,991, 1994. Highest attendance in a tournament, 3,570,000, 1994. Lowest average of attendance per match, 23,235, 1934. Lowest attendance in a tournament, 390,000, 1934. Total and average attendance, penalty shootouts. Most shootouts, team, all-time, 5, an Argentina. Most shootouts, team, tournament, 2, an Argentina 1990, a Spain 2002, a Costa Rica 2014 and a Netherlands 2014. Most shootouts, all teams, tournament, 4, 1990, 2006 and 2014. Most wins, team, all-time, 4, an Argentina and a Germany. Most wins, team, tournament, 2, an Argentina 1990. Most losses, team, all-time, 3, an Italy and a England. Most shootouts with 100% record, 4, a Germany. Most shootouts with 0% record, 3, a England. Most shootouts, kicker, all-time, 3, Roberto Baggio, an Italy. Most successful kicks, shootout, 1 team, 5, a West Germany 1982, a Belgium 1986, a Republic of Ireland 1990, a Sweden 1994, a South Korea 2002, an Italy 2006, a Paraguay 2010, a Costa Rica 2014. Most successful kicks, shootout, both teams, 9, a West Germany vs a France 1982, a Belgium vs a Spain 1986, a Republic of Ireland vs a Romania 1990, a Sweden vs a Romania 1994. Most successful kicks, team, all-time, 17, a West Germany. Most kicks taken, shootout, both teams, 12, a West Germany vs a France 1982 and a Sweden vs a Romania 1994. Most kicks taken, team, all-time, 20, a France and an Italy. Most kicks taken, team, 1 tournament, 10, a Costa Rica 2014. Most kicks missed, shootout, both teams, 5, an Argentina vs a Yugoslavia 1990, a Spain vs a Republic of Ireland 2002, a Portugal vs a England 2006 and a Brazil vs a Chile 2014. Most kicks missed, team, all-time, 7, a England and an Italy. Fewest successful kicks, shootout, 1 team, 0, a Switzerland 2006 vs a Ukraine. Most saves, all-time, 4, Sergio Goycochea and Harold Schumacher. Most saves, tournament, 4, Sergio Goycochea. Most saves, shootout, 3, Ricardo, vs England, 2006. Oleksandr Shovovsky, vs Switzerland, 2006. References and footnotes. External links, FIFA World Cup superlatives a Euro FIFA, largest margins of victory a Euro FIFA, largest crowds a Euro FIFA, the Rec Sport Soccer Statistics Foundation, German, World Cup Portal de Euro Records.